This is Grunt to Groan, sales lessons learned from professional wrestling. Coming to you from the fabulous Delaware Wrestling Thunderdome, I'm your host, Benjamin Burrows.
I am one voice that stands alone. I am one choice to man the throne. Stand guard and take shots, give it all I got. All I got is this microphone. I am
Reach for the sky, boy.
Hey, everybody, this is Billy Gunn.
Hi, this is Glasgow, Delaware Kit Kat.
Hey, it's me, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
This is the Birdman Coco Beware.
In Macho Madness, yeah. Growing, and more seductive than sex.
To me, they are the greatest tag team in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks.
Hey, this is the NWA World's Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, the National Treasure, Nick Holden.
Woo! It's the Nature Boy. Woo!
While you may see me out there shaking my ass, you can guarantee on May 25th, I'll be kicking it too.
This is Tito Santana, WWE Hall of Famer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one of the founding fathers of All In, the executive vice president of All Elite, Cody!
And what's he gonna do when Hulkamania and the largest arms in the world destroy you?
We never, ever listen. Oh, yeah, never listen to Grunt to Groan with Ben Burrows. No way, man.
There you have it. Nobody listening to Grunt to Groan, sales lessons learned from professional wrestling, even the Nacho Man. That's right. From Michigan, the one and only Nacho Man, right here on Grunt to Groan, sales lessons learned from professional wrestling. Nobody listening but you, and thank you so very much, because you are the great American thunder on which this nation rolls, because nothing happens until something is sold. Until you get out there and you sell it. It is a great day to be selling your products and selling your services. It is a great day to be a sales professional, and thank you for listening to Grunt to Groan, sales lessons learned from professional wrestling. I'm your host, Benjamin Burrows. We are coming to you from the fabulous Delaware Wrestling Thunderdome here in the beautiful state, the Diamond State of Delaware, and it is always a privilege and it is an honor to be here with Sonny Thunder and to be with the staff, the Sons of Thunder, my producer, Dave the Ray, hanging and banging with us, as well as the Grunt to Groan staff, so thank you very much. I want to remind you, you can reach out to us, you can contact me through my email, greatamericanthunder@gmail.com. That's greatamericanthunder@gmail.com. I have no filters on that. So you can literally reach out to me at greatamericanthunder@gmail.com, and I will answer your emails direct. They will come direct to me. No filters, no screeners. They come direct to me. Hey, don't forget, you can buy the Grunt to Groan Sales Lessons Learned from Professional Wrestling book. We would appreciate you doing that at all of the .coms, barnesandnobles.com, walmart.com, and, of course, on Amazon.com. And if you've purchased the book, I urge you, I encourage you, I beg you, please go on to Amazon.com and write a review. We would appreciate that. All the help we can get with the book is greatly appreciated. Also, you can buy your Grunt to Groan merchandise right there on Amazon.com, long sleeve tees, short sleeve tees, with our slogan on it. And that is, as a sales professional, you are the great American thunder on which this nation rolls, because nothing happens until something is sold, until you sell it. If you'd like to advertise on Grunt to Groan, sales lessons learned from professional wrestling, please let me know. We are looking for advertising sponsors right now. If you would like to reach the tens and tens of followers that we have right here on the Grunt to Groan podcast, I mean, you heard the Nacho Man. Nobody listens to Grunt to Groan. Sales lessons learned from professional wrestling. But if you would like seriously to reach the tens and tens of followers that we have, feel free, email me at greatamericanthunder@gmail.com. And Dave the Ray doesn't know this, but we have our very first ever sponsor on Grunt to Groan, and he has no idea who it is. And so here's our first ever. This is monumental. After 35 volumes of Grunt to Groan, we have our very first sponsorship.
Don't you worry, but don't delay. Phone Roto-Rooter right away. For quick first aid you can depend on Roto-Rooter to save the day. Roto-Rooter is quick first aid for clogged sewers and stopped up drains. The wonderful Roto-Rooter machine twists and turns and shaves lines clean.
A Roto-Rooter, that's the name.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter.
Okay, maybe that's not our very first sponsor. Maybe that's something I pulled offline just to get the tips of Dave the Ray's ears read. And away goes your business right down the drain. So if you would like to advertise on Grunt to Groan, sales lessons learned from professional wrestling, just email me at greatamericanthunder@gmail.com. This is the third volume of the month, and at this time we usually count down the top 5 professional wrestlers who enhanced or hurt their brand over the past 30 days. And we're going to do a modified version of that because I want to switch some things up for this particular podcast, something that's on my heart I want to discuss. But we will talk about 2 brands that enhanced themselves over the past 30 days. The first brand, of course, is All Elite Wrestling. If you've been following professional wrestling in any way, shape, or form, you know about All Elite Wrestling, AEW. I've been talking about it here on the podcast. This is the brand new federation that has been started by Cody Rhodes, the Khan family, and the Young Bucks. And they sold out a venue in Chicago, and it was ridiculous. They sold it out like in 17 minutes, like 11,000 tickets in 17 minutes. And had a great show, had a great pay-per-view, and that prompted them to want to start this All Elite Wrestling. And All Elite Wrestling is putting on their second pay-per-view, their second big show. It's going to happen in Las Vegas, Nevada. And they really enhanced their brand by signing the likes of Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho. And, of course, you've got Cody and the Young Bucks are on their roster and part of their team. Well, they sold the 12,000-seat venue out in Las Vegas in 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 12,000 tickets were sold in 4 minutes. Now, you may not be a fan of professional wrestling. You may be a fan of rock music. You may be a fan of country music. You may be a fan of movies. The Oscars last night. My favorite movie this past year, definitely A Star is Born. Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper did unbelievable in that movie. And one of my favorite musical artists, Lucas Nelson and The Promise of the Real, were part of that soundtrack, part of the writing, and part of the music. But that aside, think about selling out a 12,000-seat movie theater for a film in 4 minutes. In 4 minutes. So All Elite Wrestling, with their Double or Nothing event, they did this. And that enhances their brand. You know, Cody Rhodes and his team had an idea, and something we wrote about in the book Grunt to Groan, about challenging your competition. And one of the greatest and most successful ways to challenge your competition is to do what your competition won't. To offer to your client something that your competition can't. Something that they won't. to step your game up to a point that you can offer to your client a product, a service, a consideration that your competition cannot. And right now, All Elite Wrestling is offering to the professional wrestling fan a product with stars in a way and in a venue that even the WWE cannot. And the WWE is the kingpin of professional wrestling. So the lesson to be learned from All Elite Wrestling, who enhanced their brand this week by selling out 12,000 tickets in 4 minutes, is for you to offer to your client something your competition cannot. Look deep and find what that is. The second brand over the last 30 days that really enhanced themselves is the Concrete Rose Sunny Kiss. Sunny Kiss is a very unique professional wrestler in that he embraces his unique lifestyle and perpetrates that in the ring. Sunny Kiss is gay. And his character in the ring is gay as well. And if you read the book, Grunt to Groan, Sales Lessons Learned from Professional Wrestling, you heard wrestling greats like Ric Flair and Bob Backlund and Diamond Dallas Page and up-and-coming wrestlers like Daniel Richards. They all said that the best and most successful professional wrestling characters are the characters that are an extension of who you are outside of the ring. You know, when Ric Flair was younger, he was adopted by the Flair family, who was a doctor. And at an early age, he wrote in his book, I knew I wasn't a Flair, I knew I was a Flair. He always knew that he was going to be Ric Flair. You know, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo riding, jet flying. He knew that. It was an extension of who he is. Sunny Kiss is the same way. He signed a contract with All Elite Wrestling, a local independent wrestler here who did that. He enhanced his brand because who he is out of the ring is who he is in the ring. Now, our branding lesson on that is exactly what we pointed out in the book, Grunt to Groan, Sales Lessons Learned from Professional Wrestling. You cannot pretend to be something as a sales professional that you are not in your real life. It just won't work. Your client will see right through it. You have to include who you are in real life. You have to bring that passion. You have to bring what you're dedicated to and what you're loyal to. I love veterans. I'm a part of the veteran community. I try very hard to work with veterans organizations because that's who I am. And I do this in my sales professional career, and I do this outside of my career. I love sales professionals too. So I'm always encouraging and promoting sales professionals to be the very best that they can be. I encourage you to do the same thing. If you're active in your church, if you're active in a food pantry, if you're active in a ministry, if you're active in an organization, whether that's veterans organizations or social organizations, make that a part of who you are as a sales professional. And make sure that you put that on display for your clients to see so that they understand you're a real human being. A human being who cares. A human being who has a family, who's involved in helping others. So congratulations to the Concrete Rose Sonny Kiss.
So I hear AEW is for everyone. Well, Sonny Kiss is for everyone.
And there he is, the Concrete Rose Sonny Kiss. Congratulations on signing your contract with AEW. Now, usually we count down 5 brands over the past 30 days that have enhanced or hurt their brand, but I want to switch gears just a little bit because in talking with sales professionals all across the country, I'm beginning to hear a theme. I'm beginning to hear from sales professionals across the country a common denominator, and it is something that concerns me a little bit. A lot of the sales professionals that I know, because of my age, are over the age of 50. And as a sales professional over the age of 50, I'm hearing from my peers that it is getting more difficult for them to be successful. It's as if their companies are looking at them a little differently. Or for the sales professionals that I know who are unemployed and looking for career opportunities, they're not even being considered. I'm seeing articles on LinkedIn being written about this. I am, again, hearing from sales professionals across the country about this. Now, this is something that kind of touches my heart because I know a lot of veteran sales professionals who have qualities and experiences that can enhance any sales organization. So this week, I wanted to take a look at professional wrestlers who made an impact on the industry of professional wrestling over the age of 50, and how that can pertain to sales professionals over the age of 50. And to my brothers and sisters out there, veteran sales professionals who are at that age, over 50 years old, keep plugging away. Keep on plugging away. Someone's going to hire you with your experiences. Someone's going to hire you because of your knowledge and your book of clients and your contacts. So keep plugging away. So here's some wrestlers who made an impact on the industry over the age of 50. Number 1, Terry Funk. Terry Funk, a model of determination, of just straight willpower. Terry Funk had one of the longest careers in the history of professional wrestling. He debuted in 1965 and retired in 2017. Now, these facts come from an article that was written by Sam Gallenberger called WWE's Most Successful Wrestlers Over the Age of 50. It was posted on medium.com if you want to look it up. So a model of determination, Terry Funk. Terry Funk, one of the legendary Funk brothers, came from the legendary Funk family, a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He held multiple tag team championships with his brother Dory. He had one of the longest careers in the history of wrestling. Again, he debuted in 1965 and retired in 2017. You could basically say that 40% of his entire career came over the age of 50. One of his most prized possessions was when he captured the Extreme Championship Wrestling Championship, ECW. That's a hardcore wrestling organization, or it was. It was a hardcore wrestling organization. He captured that ECW championship in 1997 when he was 52 years old. Now, if you're a professional wrestling fan, you're very familiar with ECW. It was hardcore to the bone. We're talking about tables, ladders, chairs, thumbtacks, glass, light bulbs, any trash cans, any object that could be used as a weapon. It was, and it was part of ECW. And Terry Funk, at the age of 52, won this championship in this hardcore federation. At WrestleMania 24, he teamed with Mick Foley to win the WWE Tag Team Championship. That was over the age of 52. In his brief run in WCW in the early 2000s, he captured on 3 occasions the WCW Hardcore Championship. Think about that. He was wrestling the toughest of the tough, the roughest of the rough. And he was past the age of 52. He won 5 individual titles and tag team titles at WrestleMania for the world's 3 biggest wrestling organizations, WCW, WWE, ECW, and he did this all over the age of 52. So if you're looking for determination, if you're looking for sales professionals who operate on sheer willpower, start looking at some of our veteran sales professionals, men and women over the age of 50. Another wrestler who made an impact over the age of 50 was Sting. Sting is the model of a closer and a performer. In professional wrestling, there is a saying that Bill Watts first stated. And that is, the job of a professional wrestler is to put asses every 18 inches. That means a professional wrestler's job is to sell out the arena. You had to be a closer to sell out a 10,000-seat arena. Or, with AEW, Cody Rhodes, a closer, to sell out a 1,000-seat arena in under 4 minutes. So Sting made his debut at Survivor Series 2014 in one of the coolest and most monumental debuts in wrestling history. He was over the age of 50. That debut set up an eventual feud with Triple H at WrestleMania 31, where Sting lost the match by getting hit on the head with a sledgehammer over the age of 50. Sting is a model closer and a model performer. If you are looking for a sales professional who can close business and can perform, start to look at sales professionals, men and women over the age of 50. Another wrestler with a career that made an impact over the age of 50 is The Undertaker. The Undertaker is a model of consistency. He is a staple at WrestleMania. It's like The Undertaker has been in the WWE forever. He's only 51, turns 52 this year. And he'll be competing, last year he competed in his 3rd WrestleMania in his 50s. That was in Orlando. He is the only man to win multiple WrestleMania matches after the age of 50. Consistency. The WWE even used him last year in some crucial pay-per-views over the age of 50. You see, Undertaker is a model of consistency. You know what you're getting when you go and see an Undertaker match. You know you are going to see him climb up the turnbuckle, walk the ropes, and come down and slam his opponent. You know you're going to see the tombstone pile driver. You know you're going to see an exciting match. Now, you may not see the Hell in a Cell match that he and Mick Foley had, where Foley went through the roof of the Hell in a Cell. That's a once-in-a-lifetime match. But you're going to see that kind of intensity and that kind of consistency from The Undertaker. And if you are looking for a sales professional who can bring to your organization consistency, then start looking at sales professionals over the age of 50. Their work ethic is unparalleled. Their experience is unparalleled. Their knowledge is unparalleled. And the last professional wrestler I want to talk about who made an impact in the industry of professional wrestling over the age of 50, none other than 13-time world heavyweight champion Ric Flair. You know, at the age of 51, Ric Flair won 2 world heavyweight championships. He won an Intercontinental Championship when he was 56. He's participated in the most WrestleManias over the age of 50, tied with Vince McMahon. He faced The Undertaker in a loss at WrestleMania 18. He teamed with fellow He teamed with Batista and Randy Orton as they defeated The Rock and Sock Connection at WrestleMania 20. He competed in the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 22. And then he retired after losing to Shawn Michaels. And that was at WrestleMania 24. Ric Flair, the best performer in the business, and a performer who got better over the age of 50. And if your sales organization is looking for the best performers in the business, look at sales professionals, men and women who are over the age of 50. Now again, this is near and dear to my heart. This is as near and dear to my heart as my brothers and sisters in the veteran community. I love sales professionals, and this is in no way meant to disrespect any sales professional under the age of 50. Not at all. Not at all. A lot of you who listen and follow this podcast are under the age of 50, and a lot of you are over the age of 50. When we stop hiring sales professionals because of their age, the whole industry suffers. And there's one thing that happens with veteran sales professionals. They love to spread their wisdom. They love to share their knowledge. So you're not just getting a qualified sales professional, you're getting someone that your younger sales professionals can learn from. And that's going to do this Grunt to Groan podcast. We're going to bring it to an end. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to Grunt to Groan, sales lessons learned from professional wrestling. I want you to have a great week. If you're in the Northeast, please be careful. We are calling for winds anywhere between 35 and 60 miles an hour. Here at the Delaware Wrestling Thunderdome, you can hear the wind shaking the building and rattling the roof. So please be careful out there and have yourself a great sales week. Don't forget, you can email me at greatamericanthunder@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Great American Thunder, at Real Ben Burrows, and you can connect with me at LinkedIn at Benjamin Burrows. And remember, you are the Great American Thunder on which this nation rolls, because nothing happens until something is sold. So quit listening to me. Get out there. Sell something.
One voice that stands alone. I give one choice to man the throne. Stand guard and take shots. Give it all I got. All I got is this microphone.